Welcome back, everyone. We have a little bit of thawing. Is that what we want to call it? A thawing down in DC, where I believe as we get this announcement, you could see a sharp V-shaped recovery in crypto over the next few weeks. Thus why I am slowly moving in. I put in 1/3 of my funds into the crypto. We're going to find out if that was smart or not. Sold at the top, bought at the bottom, I should say, then sold at the top again, bought at the bottom, then it went down a little bit more. And so as we do this, the timing is very difficult, especially when you have these events you can't predict. So if you're out there, you got crypto in your portfolio, you're not alone. The stomach churning you feel, that's not just you, we all have it. I try to trade with zero emotion, and I'd say 99% of the time I do. This is one that it's a little bit difficult. I am so pro crypto, it is hard not to be all in. And I've made the right calls. Like me, hate me, the charts have been perfect. Nailed it. You know, like I said, when we got in before, made hundreds of thousands on the crypto over the last year, got in at the right time, out at the right time, in at the right time, out at the right time. Then this one I think would have been perfect as well. The shutdown came and that messed up everything, and all the plans we had are put on the back burner. You're not going to see a massive amount of money flowing into a risky asset with the government shutdown. No one knows what's going to go on. It just really does sap out the energy of a big movement, and that's the concern I have. And so for anybody who's watching, you're not alone. You're not alone on this mission, folks. We got a lot going on. Right now, and I thought it would happen this week. I said last week, we had opened during the last week of October or the first week of November. Didn't happen last week. Now we're into this week. And you saw what happened. You saw some of the riskier assets get hit. But now they got the headlines here out of the Hill, the 8 Democrats who are aiming to reopen the government this week. I still think it can happen. And it's not about if. It's going to happen. They have to open the government eventually. It's when they open it, all right? And so here's the deal, just straightforward deal. You got a lot going on. And I'm going to go to the daily candles. Let's talk shop. We got, let's go. Boom. We're on our new candle right now. What you have right now, and I figured this would be green. I'll see if it's green by the time we open the markets and you guys see this video. But what I'm expecting is a relief rally off of this. Any kind of good news coming out of DC that they're going to open up the markets or they're going to open up the government, anything like that, I believe you see a V-shaped rally. And now let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to tighten this thing up. All right. You see how nasty that is? It's almost like straight down. I'm expecting over the next, a long time. I'm expecting Q1 to be fantastic. Like, I want you to know I'm going into Q1 very excited. Very excited. Normally, January, February, March, and April, those 4 months are really good for crypto. It's after that you start to get some issues. So, going into that, I'm excited. And we're going to find out if it works out like I think it's going to work out. But the October, what do the old crypto heads call that? Uptober? Was not Uptober. November, as we know, we're going to find out how November goes. But right now, it's still the same thing. It is the government not being open is causing a lot of drama. And that's one of the things we're working on. Now, if you haven't done it, I'm going to be trading live today. Second link down below. This one right here gets you in there. Make sure you get your 50% off your earner tier. Fall 50, but it should be automatic at checkout. Save 20% on an annual pass is our best deal. You just click that button. But the big thing we got is the crypto course. We're working on that. It's almost done. It'll be out this month. It's going to be out sometime this month. We have the wait list right now for those. This is for beginners. We're going to have a special code for those who join the wait list ahead of time. So if you guys have not taken one of our courses, they're fantastic. They are fantastic. And remember, I'm a national champion coach/teacher. You're going to get that kind of attention when it comes to these courses. All right, folks, let's go ahead and dig into the charts. As I said, and what I'm looking for. When I look at the chart right now, we have the support. This is the first time we failed on that support at 37.50. Remember what I told everybody What I was looking for, now I got out at 39.50 to 38.50 zone, and that was after the Fed said that they were going to be more hawkish. That is all. I'm not fighting the Fed. I've learned my lesson through the years. I have it in my notebook. If the Fed changes tone, you change direction. And so when the Fed came out and said, hey, you wouldn't believe it, whatever it was they said about how bad everything was at that meeting in terms of it's not a foregone conclusion or far from it, that scared everyone, rightfully so. And then I made up my mind that we were going to see a de-risking. And we saw that de-risking on this day. But look what happened over the weekend, and boom, down it went. So the question becomes, and you continue to see this, a step up, down we go. Step up, down we go. Are we going to see a couple steps up and down we go? Or are we finally going to get what I think is going to happen is a solution in D.C. where they go ahead and open the government and all of a sudden money starts flowing again. And I think you see, because China and U.S. are working together towards a solution for the framework, we see the riskier assets start to flow. Monetary policy around the world is crazy to look at right now. China is absolutely pumping that liquidity in. The U.S. as well, India as well. You're going to have quantitative easing here in the U.S. as well come December 1st. It's not easing, but you're going to have the quantitative tightening end, which to me, that's fantastic. It's like another rate cut. So if we get a rate cut plus that quantitative tightening ending off the balance sheet roll-off, folks, it just means nothing but good things should be coming in that Q1. And I don't want to keep pushing it down, but folks, you just went through, arguably could be, and we still are, the longest lockdown in DC in history. It's just crazy to think about. And so as we see that, it is affecting the prices. And I think if they don't come up with a solution, they don't have something that happens, I think the stock market could start, putting its voice out there in terms of dropping dramatically. And that gets the attention of everyone. When people start losing money, then people start listening. And so that would be the next shoe to fall, if you will, in terms of what I'm expecting to see. But for now, you can see we were running nicely, and then the tariff discussion here, and this is where I think we would have ran, plus the lockdown, add all that together right here, and I think we're going to recover quickly back up to this zone right in here, all right? Not saying you're going to all-time highs right away, but over the next couple of weeks, I would expect, if they open the government this week, I would expect to get back up to here by the end of November. And that's right in here. And that leads us into something that Tom Lee, don't think I'm going to let you off the hook. As a creator, you guys know I'm out here. I share my portfolio. I share my moves. And right or wrong, I share them. And that means that I'm risking what I'm doing. I'm teaching you along the way. Tom Lee came out and says, I think eventually we consolidate. Remember, I think they put out posts that they weren't, they had a lot of different price predictions over the last few weeks and months. They have not hit, and they actually keep going lower than they predict. This is one calling a potential move to 150,000 or 200,000 for Bitcoin. I don't think it's if, but when we get there. But this is the difference between what they're saying and what I'm believing. And I want him to be right. I just want you guys to know right now, I want him to be right. I don't think he is, but I want him to be. And he said 7,000 for Ethereum before the calendar turns. I want you to think about what he just said. This is before January 1st. We're in November. You are 2 months away before we get to the end. And I want to show you something because a lot of people don't believe that this can happen. I am not in the boat that I think it's going to happen. I had my price target of 4,500 to 5,000 by the end of the year. You guys know I've been hitting my targets. And now the only difference is because of this government shutdown, it delayed it out as far as the shutdown is. So if the shutdown goes 40 days, that's 40 days added on to the end of the year to get to my level of 4,500 to 5,000 for what I thought was going to happen. Now, put that out there, all right? Now, let's go ahead and take a look at something. He says 7,000. Where are we at right now for Ethereum? 36, just say 36.24. So 7,000, just double it. We need to go up 50%. I want to show you guys something because I know a lot of people, you like hopium. Let me give you some hopium. Now, I'm not going to go back far. I'm only going to go over the last couple of years. So I want to show you this candle right here. We got down to a low of 2,300 on this monthly candle. This is a monthly candle, 2,300. And look where we were at the end of this one single month. We were at 3,900. Folks, to go up 100%, we'd have to go from right here, 2,300 to 4,600. We were at 5,000 almost. We were, what, 4,900? In other words, in 2 months, the rally took it from 2,300 to 4,900. Over 100% gain in 2 months. Could we see that same thing now? We're at 3,500 to go to 7,000 as he called. Could we do that? Is it possible that we could see that again? I don't know. It's not if in my mind, but when we will eventually get there. I see the same thing he sees. I see the stable coins on Ethereum chain. I see the liquidity out there. I see a lot of it. I've been talking about it. I love seeing him come out and talk about it. Hey, it's consolidation. It is what it is. When you see a lot of the change from the OGs moving those and taking profits and the corporations stepping up, and eventually could we see government stepping up? And that's another thing I'm watching for. So a lot of things happening. We're going to find out as it goes forward. Let's take a look at a few of the charts. I got to be blunt. I'm bullish for today. That's why I got in yesterday with 1/3 of my money. The timing's hard. I have to do it in stocks because it's in my retirement account. And so I get in during the day when I thought it would be a good timing. Obviously, we had more selling by the end of the day. And that happens. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at XRP. Are we starting out green there? Yeah, we have that sell-off. Now we're moving up a little bit. And what we want to see is to get back above. Let's just pull up these charts so everybody can see them. What I'm looking for in price terms. You know, the 238's been the line for me. We are at 233, so we need a nickel. We need a nickel up. Let's go take a look at Solana. Solana, boom. Solana really got hit, man. Solana got crushed. Yeah, but we want to see that recover too. So 167. That, to make me feel all warm and fuzzy, needs to get back up to 178. And Bitcoin, wow. Bitcoin, not as bad. It actually stayed at my support level, never dropped below. We don't want to drop below this. It drops below there, I think you're going to crash down to basically 100,000. You're going to lose 6% on this if we confirm below. Now, we didn't even get below. We had it tailed up. And so I feel all right there. So there you go. A little update on the charts. Tom Lee with the positive price mojo. At this point, what are you doing? You buying? You selling? No, I'm buying. You guys know I got out when, before the crash. I'm not reactive. I am proactive. Like it or hate it, once again, it was the right move. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you appreciate me sharing the moves before they happen. Like I said, people don't like it, but it was the right move. And now I'm ready to get back in. Now, the problem with trying to catch a falling knife is that it could always fall more. And that's the concern I have. So we're right at a support level. This is where I want to buy. You can see we've been above there for months and months and months and months. All the way back since June. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to take a little bit of risk now. And I'm looking to buy over the next few days. And if it works like I think it does, the government opens back up, we get a rally, I should be smiling from ear to ear. But if this drags out for another 2-3 weeks, I'm going to be regretting getting back in. And that's the only concern I have. And unfortunately, you don't know how people are when it comes to this kind of competition down there. So we'll find out. Now, if you haven't done it, I'll make it blunt. Get over there, sign up down below. The wait list is available for the new crypto course. This is fantastic. We've been working on it. It's for beginners. It's not for the advanced people. If you're advanced, you don't need this. But this is for beginners who want to learn about it. I do a whole bunch of teaching. We show you some trading I'm doing, some tips and tricks that I have for crypto people when it comes to the technicals. get in there today and get into the wait list so you can be ready when it comes out. Join Mo's Discord, Fall 50, membership, boom, that's the second link. Get in the earner tier. I'll be trading live today, so get in there before we do. All right, folks, that's the update. Appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get out there and make some money.